Warren is sleeping or what?
No, he's up.
He must be tired. Poor thing, he's been with me for such a long time. I'm all right because I know how to manage. But for him it is too much. Marathon. The packages are so bad.
Oh, so many.
I don't know. Some I got for the Yogis there. The glassware was very beautiful and quite cheap. And they like all those things. The tumblers, and he brought those cups and saucers. They really like them. Because yet we are not so good at crockery, and it's very expensive, whatever is very good is. See, mostly it is exported to Russia, so we don't get good quality things available for general people. Very rich can buy. I mean, a good tea set would cost you not less than 50 pounds or 60 pounds there. I mean, and this, whatever you give, is so good for them. I mean, they like it. It's unbreakable stuff that you have got. That was from France.
Really?
I bought the saris and everything from there, and also these cups and saucers to be given to them. That's the thing they like the most. And they have got all these cups and saucers all intact. And sometimes they use it only for me. So as it is given for you, why are you using it for me? To them it's more valuable than even silver sometimes.
They have so much silver.
Silver they have quite a lot. It's quite cheap, and also in every family they have some sort of a silver. So to them silver is not so great. And importing anything is so difficult that when you people come, the customs are extremely kind. Just you don't have to bother. You just walk through. Now, one of my concerns are the children here who are very young, and I think children of this country or any one of the Western countries are to be looked after in a proper way. I have already given some notes, and I think that is being circulated from London. I hope you people have got those notes, which Louis has done. But one thing we must insist on is the massaging of the body. That's important. For till about 5 years of age, every day a child must be properly massaged. The body must be massaged. Then they become quiet children. Secondly, I find that this portion of the head, it is not covered properly with oil of children. Then they get into troubles. So what you have to do is to put some oil on this part, on the frontal bone area, quite a lot on the sides also, every day, and push it there like that. And if you want, you can wash the hair. If you don't want, you need not wash. But it can be washed also with shampoo or something which is not so, something very soft. You might get some baby shampoo or something. But the best thing would be to put the oil. That's important. Oiling is best done when they are young. And if you oil them properly, you'll be surprised. They'll be very quiet children, and they won't trouble you. You have seen Indian children, you never feel them. They are sitting in the program, they are listening to me, I don't know what they understand, and they keep so quiet, absolutely, and very attentive. I don't know how far they understand, but they feel the vibrations, I think. So it is important that you must massage their body. Also, their sleeping times, I think, are rather early. You make them sleep. So if they sleep very early, then you must make them get up also. Otherwise, it's no use. Then they will have a long time sleeping. Then if they don't sleep early, later on, they'll get up very late also. So the best thing is to make them sleep at a time. Say about 10 o'clock if they sleep, or 9 o'clock they sleep. They should not sleep more than 10 hours. And they should be awakened after that. But they sleep, say, about 7:30, then 10 hours would be about time. That time they don't get it. So put it about, say 8 o'clock, wake them up at 6 is a good idea. If you do that, then they'll be very good and the problem will be solved better.
What age is it? What age is it?
I think till they are about, say, 12 years of age. Till the 12 years of age, you see the sternum bone still is releasing the antibodies, and that's important at that time to give them all the security that they need and all the love that they want. But if they do anything wrong, you must tell them it is wrong. Never spare it. Never spare it. You must tell them this is wrong, this should not be done, not this. So that the children become obedient about it and understand what they have to do. Because if you allow them to go the way they like, then they have no sense of obedience. And whatever it is, you should not allow children to have their own way. That's a wrong idea you people have. Till the age of 12 years, they must be properly brought up. Not too much of love, not too much of this thing that all the time they can think that they can be taken granted for. But love means looking after them. Massaging, servicing, kindliness, and also keeping them to yourself. They can sleep with you. All this is all right. But too much love means, you see, that sort of spoiling. They want to do what they like. They want to get up whenever they feel like. They want to spoil anything. They should not be allowed. And then they will be nice. Because what's the difference between Indian children and the Western children is this, that the Indian children are extremely constructive and the Western children are destructive at times. I have experienced it now. See, my grandchildren would come home and I don't have to tell them. One day the youngest one dropped something on the carpet and she was busy cleaning it. She would not give up. She said, I must clean it. Why did I spoil it? Up on her own she was doing it. And if they see something untidy, they'll put it right. If they see something misplaced, they'll put it right. They'll know what things are there. This is a constructive way of looking at things. See, when the guests are there, they'll run up to the place, get things, and they'll try to open the door for them. But not that they will open the door of the lift or go and touch some electrical points. Not that way. Their mind goes to the right thing. Perhaps maybe because of massage and all that, their nerves are very soothed down and they understand. They keep very quiet. This is one thing one has to learn about children. You have to serve them really when they are young. Really you have to serve them. Pay attention to them. But they should not exploit. Like your child, you remember when she was traveling with me in the train, I thought he was very demanding. And all the time she had to talk to him, tell him some stories, do this. I said, don't do that. You are giving too much attention to the child, making too much out of him, and that's why he's demanding your attention all the time. No, he must know he has to play with himself, he has to be with himself. And then he improved. Otherwise it was, she poor thing, she didn't know what to do. She was trying to please him all the time, just to see that the child is happy and doesn't disturb. But that's not the way. Just don't talk. Just stop talking. And the questions also, children should not be allowed to ask questions. Why? It's very common here to ask why. That's not their job to ask you all the time questions. That's not their style. Because it's very wrong. Because that gives a very big ego to them. From very childhood, what are they asking about? Why? Why do they want to know about everything? Gradually, everyone knows everything. Like on the road you are going, they'll ask, what is this, what is this, what is this? There's no need to tell them. There's no need to tell everything that is on the road. When they'll grown up, they'll know about it. But they want to know, and it's a kind of a pestering that they develop, a pestering temperament. But you yourself should say that this is this tree, this is that. When they are grown up, then you have to tell them. What's the use of telling them in the childhood also all these things, they forget. So too much of knowledge filling in the head, injecting it is not necessary. The children should not be pushed with too much of knowledge. Because if you push too much of knowledge into their heads, they will be also confused and they will be in trouble. So let them be as they are. Tell them whatever is necessary. At very young age, I feel that in the West we give them too much of unnecessary knowledge. There's no need to know what name of the grass is this one, what's the name of this grass. They are not going to be gardeners. Gradually let them develop that proper sense. But aesthetics you can teach them by saying this is good, that is good. I like it. If they say no, you like it is no good, I should like it. See, they must learn not to say I like it, I like. Also in the morning time, giving them too much of choices. What will you have? Nothing good. Whatever is cooked for every child should be eaten by everyone. What will you have? So then they'll say, I'll have a rice thing. Another one will say this. What's the difference? It's the same. I'll have popcorn, I'll have that. All ego development. That's how people become so egoistical, or I should say ego-oriented. Suddenly they jump on a horse, You do anything to them, if you're kind to them, they jump on the horse. Suddenly they become so, you can't understand them. If you're kind to somebody, you should be obliged and you should feel that they have been kind. Instead of that, they think, oh, I must be the lord of the whole world. It happens. The reason is this, from very childhood, they are not kept to themselves the way they are. Why should they have choices? In the morning, whatever is cooked, they should have. Why should there be choice? And choice is one thing that leads you to evil. In America, as I told you, every tile is different. It's all right, that looks nice, doesn't matter. But I like it. Another fellow won't buy the house, but I don't like the tile. I like this very much. I do not like. Yes, like yesterday, the gentleman said that if somebody doesn't want to have a personal God. If he doesn't want to have, let him go to hell. That's all one can answer. You see? You cannot say I like this, so I like a God like this. I want God to hang by the tree. Is it going to be done for the liking of a person? And that's how a person becomes absolutely arbitrary and out of the collective. So this is what one has to teach the children. I like is not allowed. I hate, another word, should not be allowed. I hate. This is a very wrong word. Children should never learn such a bad word like I hate. It should be told that our language has to be good. We are all Yogis. We have to use very good language, and we are not to get angry. We have to have gracious language, because that's very important. I've seen even grown-up Yogis, you see, sometimes behave in such a funny manner when they get to fights, you see. Of course, nowadays they don't use their blows, but still, the way they talk sometimes to each other, I'm amazed that they talk like this. How can you talk when you are understanding that you are Yogis, you are saints, and you have to talk like saints in a gracious way, not in a temper, not in a degrading manner, or in any way putting them down. Even with your children, if you talk to them with dignity. Like, you see, when we have to scold children, we give them more dignity. We say, like, it's thou. We say, thou. Now, thou, will you be seated? So the child gets a fright. What have I done? Instead of using you, we use thou, you see. You, the sir, come along. So the sir gets upset, why, what have I done, you see. And that's how we scold. Our servants also, we scold like that. So they get a fright. Why is it today? It is said. But not to use abuses, not to use anything bad, not to beat children. If they are extremely funny, arrogant, then it's all right. Once in a while, it's all right. Sometimes you need to slap them. Some of the children are really, really very sinister type. That's all right. But that's very rarely, because most of them are realized souls and they won't trouble you so much. I'm sure they'll come round. Now the husband and wife also should not quarrel too much, I think. There's no need to quarrel. It's better to keep quiet. If there's any argument, just keep quiet. It will work out. Quarreling, shouting is not allowed to Yogis. Moreover, in the presence of children, you should never show that. Whatever happens within yourself. Come out of it. Then be kind to each other. In the presence of children, you should not be. Sometimes, of course, they want to give a vent to their temper or something. But gradually you'll find with Sahaja, as it will grow, your temper will come down. You will see the whole joke and you will laugh at it and you will really be all right. But it happens like that with people. When you start correcting each other especially, you don't like it, people correcting. Better look after on individual side. And too much concern. Say, mother, my wife is like this, now what to do? Forget it. See, if she has to improve, she'll improve. But if you go on all the time bothering me or bothering anyone, it's no good, because your husband has no meaning in SahajaYoga that way. Because your husband is your husband as long as he behaves himself. or your wife is your wife till she behaves herself as a Sahaja. Otherwise, she is no more there. It's like that. So it's better to leave him alone or leave her alone and don't bother too much about how the wife is, how the husband is, and this and that. Because that's another, you see, a trap that you fall into and you go into another circle. So better shoot off straight that I have to develop myself individually higher and higher. I have no plan, nothing. Others have to improve. If they see me improve, they will improve. And we have other secret ways of improving other relations, so we should try all those. But not to say words, because by arguments, by saying things, we are not going to improve. That's how family system is going to improve. We should also get to our parents and other people who are related to us, brothers and sisters, if it is possible. But in case they are not with you, just forget. Just have nothing to do. Have nothing to do. They are nowhere there. They do not exist for you. And try to show that you are not their relations. Gradually you sever your relations. Because your responsibility finishes at the time when they refuse to come to God. So that's what it is. And this is the greatest thing you want to give to your relations. You tell them, this is the greatest thing that you can have from us. We give presents and say we give them money, we give them parties, dinners, all that is of no value. What we are going to give you is the highest, and why not take the highest? And that's what we have to give you, and why not take that? Like that you should talk to them. But in a way, that's not fanatic. In a loving, affectionate manner, that's if you want to really do something good to them. And then it will work out. These relations also, some relations are like that. I mean, I should say my relations, all of them, one and all, were never near SahajaYoga. Gradually, one by one, they started coming in. I didn't bother. Doesn't matter. I was absolutely alone, and some of them opposed me very much. Even now I find sometimes it happens. Doesn't matter. There's nothing important. You should have your own way in the sense that you know what you are doing. But don't be harsh with them. Don't be unkind. It's a Christmas card. You can send them. You can just send them some presents, flowers. Like that, gestures of goodness can be done. But not to spoil. They should not take you for granted. And on the contrary, your gesture should bring them round. Gradually you will find that they will lose interest in you, then you should lose interest in them. So it's not important to play with your relations and play with your family so much. Of course, now we are SahajaYoga family. Naturally, it's important that we all should be good and we should have very good relationships with each other, no doubt about it. But for that, how far to go is a discretion which one must develop, how far to go. The most important thing is how far you go with yourself. So now this is in relationship. I told you about your children, then your families and other people, members of your family. Then the members of your neighborhood also. If there's somebody sick, you can go and help them. I think you can put up a board here saying that Kundalini awakening is there or something is possible. Put up a board like that, and maybe that people may like to come SahajaYoga for good health and wealth, something like that. If you put it, people will come down to you, SahajaYoga, and that's how they'll come round. So better have I think it will be a good idea to have a big, what do you call that, not poster, but a board, signboard, but a big huge thing, so that people start coming to you, and you start working it out for them. So the neighbors will come. Then you can start a school here for the neighbors here, for the little children. You have so many little children, and you can start a little school here. That can work out for children. They'll have some good company. It will be very nice, you see. And you should love each other's children very much. There should be no sort of a disparity, or you should not show that you love your child more, or the child should be attached to everyone. That's the sign of a good child. Now, with the relationship with your neighbors, you should be careful with people who are troublesome. Beat them with shoes, and give them bandhans, this, that, and then they quiet. But those who are good people, talk to them nicely, smile at them, tell them, so they'll come round, and you can create a feeling of brotherliness with your neighbors. You have to be kind to your neighbors. That's very important. But love thy neighbor as thyself means only after realization because they become part and parcel of you. But the neighbor has to be a realized soul. If he's not, he's no more a neighbor to you. So try to get as many as possible in the neighborhood. Then to your city also you have to see what's going on in the city, what's there are, how many organizations there are, what they are doing, how many types of people are doing meditation. Find out from them what they are doing, attend their meetings, tell them it's not true, you must not believe into all these things, these are hoax people, and whatever you can talk about them, you can talk and tell them what you have suffered from. Like now the Rakta is coming, some of you can go and sort of protest that you are the one who has given problems to so many, like that. You can just say that or something like that. So all that can be done, and find out those people who are lost, there are hippies and things, you can go and talk to them, get some of them with you. And all other seekers who are around, you should go and find out about them. And then you should also talk to people like the other one I met in the radio is a seeker. You see, you could see such people in places where they matter, like you can talk to them, you can go and talk to the mayor of this place. We did that in Reading and all that. These mayors were very helpful, you see, very kind, and to the police officers that we want to be good citizens, we are good people, we want to do this, and if you find anybody like that, we'll try to help. We were like this, we are helped by this. They will be good, to the government people also, if you talk, they will understand. Now in India, the government is extremely kind to me, somehow or other they have recognized. And I can establish your bona fides. Also, when they ask you what I am, they will know that I have a bona fide of a government service and all that. So that's how you can establish. Like yesterday when Warren was talking to them about me, you see, they felt there's something bona fide of this lady. That's how. So this is how it works out. And then about having programs. You must arrange programs, you must have a kind of a campaign to go around and talk to people and tell them about it. They should know that you exist. Of course, we cannot do like Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, stand on the street and do misbehave. But we should go and we should talk to teachers and other institutions and tell them that if there are children who are difficult, we'll try to do them and we'll help you out. It's like that. Then another thing could be that you have to get to people who have suffered on account of all the gurus. You can advertise in the newspaper, those who have suffered on account of going to some gurus can be rectified or something. And then take information from them, write it down, whatever information you get, and we can form an organization which gives information about these gurus, what they are up to, sort of. There is one organization like that already existing in Paris, which is worked out by Mari and her husband and all that. But we can have an international connection like that. So all of you can work it out, what they are doing to people and what's happening. Then also a newsletter is a good idea if you can take out a newsletter. Like now I've come here, you can send a message to people that mother came and it was very, very hot and terrible, and we told her that it's very hot. Then she said, I'll do something about it, and she slept off. And then in the evening it was all cool, how things worked out. All these things, if you write to Nirmala Yoga also, they'll write it down and send it over. Like that. You see, so you are in circulation. You send your names to people. Actually, I don't even have your photographs. I think you all should have a photograph, an album, proper album, and send it over to me so that I can go through it. So many things can be done. Now, as it is, you have seen how we have worked it out with some tricks, you see, getting people over here. In the same way, you have to try some more tricks and see that more people come in. Where is Jeff? Where is he gone? Oh. So this is what, Jeff, I'm trying to tell you, that have some an open heart and an open place and an open house for people to come down here, receive them. But they should know you exist. In the maybe that if you want, you can take to some sort of a dress or something, maybe white you should wear more or something like that, which will appeal to them more, something like that. I don't know what attracts the attention of these people. You can't be punks, but they should know that you exist and that you are doing something about it. So on various levels you should see what you can do all the time. You must think about it, what you can do for future. Whom can you see, which one you can go and see, the officers. If you see somebody sick, can you go and help them? Some people went and helped a cinema actress in Bombay, and that gave us a big booster. So this is how, I'm sorry I couldn't talk to you much more before, and the time was spent more on correcting the problems of this household. This house has problems, and I think if you do some havan here will be a good idea. And also if you can get some lemons for me, which are not being cut or anything, then I'll just vibrate it, and if you put them on four corners, maybe you might get a lemon tree that might protect you. But now it's all right, it's much better. It's much better. It's not so bad as it was before. And you did a very good job yesterday, I must say, the way it was decorated and all that. Now you can bring the things that you brought to be given to me. Now yesterday, you see, I went for shopping for 3 reasons. Something I had to buy for myself, something for you, and something for the Indian Yogis. Because you see, in the pujas they give you something, and I want to return something that they have given me. And for you people, I have given now only something to Sydney people, some silver lamps. I gave it some silver lamps. You must have seen that. This is 2 silver lamps. Like that, now you've given me about, they said they have collected $400 for the puja. So I thought, what's the use of taking the money to buy something sensible, which I'll have all the time with me. I'll get it written on that, presented by the Perth surgeon. It's a very nice thing. You like it, made in Australia. That's the point. To find something made in Australia is very difficult. I was so fed up yesterday, and then I found lots of things made in Australia. I was very happy. They are doing a good job, I must say. They are quite decorative by temperament, and really, really, they are doing a very good job. I don't know from where they get the silver, but the priorities of people is so funny. That we found plastic the most expensive, and then the glass, and then the crystal which is molded, and the cheapest was the crystal that was hand cut, and the silver plated was the cheapest.